Haven't done a video in a few days, so sorry about that, guys. I didn't know what to do a video on, and I wanted to do a video for you guys, and then I saw a really cool show, so we're going to talk about that. Homeland. Yeah, as in like security. Alright, so Homeland is on Showtime, the same station that shows Dexter, and we all love serial killers, and we all love, 24, and Homeland's produced by a couple of the guys who produced 24. So they're like, alright, Homeland Security, 24, it's gonna be all cool, and Homeland Security is, sure, we're gonna go out there and we're gonna fight terror. The first thing to know is it's not really like 24. I mean, 24 was like Jack Bauer and guns, and do you understand me? This really doesn't have guns. It's all the information and espionage aspect of that kind of thing. So it's eyes and ears in every room, keeping tabs on people. One guy in particular, and that is the guy who played Dick Winters in Band of Brothers. Hero. So this guy was a POW in the Middle East. He just got rescued, so now he's coming home after like 5 years, and everyone's all pumped and happy. Except Claire Danes, who is convinced that there's a US soldier somewhere who has been turned against the United States. Is gonna be put back in the United States as like a sleeper. And she's like, all right, it's Dick Winters, so I'm keeping tabs on this guy. But you don't really know if he's a sleeper or not. I mean, he could be, but you're like, is he? It's Dick Winters from Band of Brothers. They wouldn't do that to us. Or would they? And I really found the show interesting. I mean, first of all, Claire Danes. I don't know much about Claire Danes. I see Claire Danes once every like 8 years. All in all, though, she's really good, and she plays her role well. And there's one thing you can take away from this show. If for nothing else, you learn bitches be crazy. See the show, you'll know what I'm talking about. Everyone has secrets in the show, and she has secrets too. She's kind of this problem child in the agency. They're all like, we don't want you to get too involved because you're a pain in the ass, which is pretty cliche for a show like this, but yay, it works. Then there's, I don't know the dude's name. I suck with names. Dick Winters from Band of Brothers. This guy is a really good actor. If you've never seen Band of Brothers, watch Band of Brothers. I should do a video on Band of Brothers. I just might one day. If you don't know him from Band of Brothers, he's Jonesy from Dreamcatcher, but we won't hold that against him. But the dude's a good actor. He plays the role really well. I mean, he's back from being a POW, so he's kind of shaky. He's nervous in crowds. But the whole time you're like, has he turned against the United States? That's all I want to know. And they're not going to spoil that question for you in the pilot episode, which is all I've seen so far, which is all that's aired so far. But they give you just enough to be like, he just might have. He might have. I don't know, though. And he's married to Inara from Firefly, which you see her naked in a sex scene in this show. So for all you people out there who have been like, for the last 10 years, I've wanted to see Inara naked, and maybe even in a sex scene, you feel like the universe slapped you in the face when she cut her hair for V. The universe makes it up to you now, so congratulations. You're welcome, Showtime, for getting all my subscribers to watch Homeland. I take payment in the form of cash, credit card, PayPal, and maybe more scenes like that with Inara in Homeland. But hey, information, espionage, betrayal, Dick Winters from Band of Brothers on Showtime. So it's like a movie. The premise is really cool. There's going to be some crazies out there going to be like, it's anti-American propaganda. It's teaching that the men and women and the heroes that come home from being a POW are now against the United States. It's anti-America. No, it's just called good TV. So just roll with it, dude. My question is, though, with a premise like this, how long can they keep the show going? It's like a 12-episode season, and you have to know by the end of the 12-episode season if he is or is not treasonous. After that, where do they go? So is it like a one-season thing? I don't know. In the end, I say check the show out. It's really cool. It gave you enough in the end to be like, this is exactly why I need to tune in next week. Yeah, tune in. I talk like I'm from the 60s. You see, Terra Nova, that's how you hook the audience. It's like 24 with no guns meets No Way Out with Kevin Costner. Yeah, that's it. So there are a lot of new shows, a lot of cool shows. It is pilot season. Of the new shows, what are your favorites? Comment below, let me know. In any case, check out Homeland, and if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.